I'll say it again. If you guys have never had this before, it is amazing. First time I ever experienced it was in culinary school, and everyone in class just went crazy. We were just like, what in the world did we just make? Because it was so good and it was like nothing we've ever had before. So we're using the food processor. It's going to help everything just get really mixed together. We want to give the food processor a little heads up. That's why we're chopping our shallot and our garlic up. It's just going to integrate a lot better and won't have big chunks. We're using a lot of fresh herbs here. So we're starting off some tarragon. Tarragon has a little bit of that anise flavor, not licorice like people like to say. It's not the case when it comes to tarragon. Tarragon is just like very fresh. It's almost like adds a sweetness to it and obviously a floral note. Buttermilk, got to have buttermilk and a buttermilk ranch dressing. So we're going to get that in there. And guys, there's going to be a recipe card, link below. It's going to have all the measurements, all that stuff. So no problem there. Plus it's printable. So we're just going to get everything started there. That's just letting the shallot and the garlic start doing its thing. The more time we give it, the more integrated it's going to be. So while that's happening, we're going to start pulling off some thyme flowers. And it's super simple. It's just like the tarragon. You just pull your fingers down, they come off. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just you want to get a good bit of them. And like I said, the recipe card, all that stuff will be measured out for you. So we're going to get them in there. And then we're going to start adding some other goodies. So we've got the thyme in there. Next is going to be some mustard. You can use any kind you like. This is honey Dijon I'm using. I just like it. It has a little extra tang flavor for me. And we're going to use some sour cream. Good bit of sour cream. The sour cream is going to help thicken everything up and bring it into a nice, smooth, creamy texture. So we got that in there. And we're providing mayonnaise to the party. Mayonnaise is another. It's going to act very similar to the sour cream. The sour cream just adds a little more flavor. The mayonnaise is much more, therefore, the consistency factor for us. It's going to help with the right viscosity, you know. And another thing about the ranch dressing, once you've made it and you put it in the refrigerator and it gives a chance to set up, it thickens a little bit. So that's sugar. You might not think sugar's there, but sugar is probably one of the most important ingredients in this. And I know it sounds crazy, but once you make it, you'll see what I mean. A little bit of lemon. That's just good freshness. It's just going to brighten everything up. We got herbs, which are awesome. Lemon. Those all like to get together. Just a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. More depth of flavor. We're always into that. Speaking of flavor, salt. Salt brings flavor to the table. So we got to get a little of that in there. And we're going to let those guys start getting happy together. All right, moving right on. A little taste-a-roo, see what we think. See where we're at. We always need this TSA, taste, season, and adjust. Because what you like versus what I like may be a little different. More herbs, we're going to use some oregano. If you guys have never used fresh oregano, it's nothing like the stuff you get dried. It just, I mean, as you might guess, it's more floral. But the flavors, I would say dried oregano is almost stronger. I know it sounds crazy, but fresh oregano is amazing. If you haven't tried it, give it a go. And we're going to add some cilantro here. Actually, I take that back. That's parsley. My apologies. I guess you could use cilantro if you wanted, or you could use both. So that's a little bit of sugar. It needed a little bit more. Remember, we're doing the taste, season, and adjust here. Need a little bit more mustard. It's just giving us more flavor. And we're going to pull everything together here. And we got ourselves some ranch dressing, guys. It could not be any easier than that. So I suggest putting it into like a glass mason jar and let it hang out in the refrigerator overnight. It's going to let all the flavors get a lot stronger for you, and it's going to thicken up, which is totally cool. Come join us on social media. We'd love to have you. Go ahead and subscribe while you're here. You'll see in the lower right corner there's a button for it. There'll be a recipe, the Buttermilk Ranch, everything you guys can need. And you guys have the best. Take care.